You see that fast decision making is the key, and finally, and then we saw that it's all about passion. You have to be able to stick to one particular business, and then if you look at it, you have to preserve your cash, so that you saw how with Opti we waited till the engineers felt the product was absolutely right. Then we plunked down everything we had in the bank in order to make the chips so that we could get a 6-month advantage in the market cap. So you spend after you've tested and you're sure everything works, then you go ahead and execute. The team has to work as one. Everybody has to work as one if you're going to succeed. And finally, when I brought everybody back to work on the Siemens feedback over and over again, patiently and so on, that's when essentially I had a successful company. Because now I knew that as we got orders from IBM, they'll have their requirements. I can put 10 people from my company, they're going to execute. I get an order from GE, I put 10 companies there, they're going to execute. So I've trained my army to deliver as is needed. So in a nutshell, building business is a process that can be learned. It's something that, it's a bunch of skills that you can learn and you can then execute it across different technologies, different industries. There's opportunity to add value everywhere. I mean, right now you can see that engineers at Harvard, they come up with Facebook. Engineers at MIT come up with Dropbox. I mean, people are coming up with all these solutions from every different school out there. And finally, it is all about human success traits, our ability to adapt, our ability to learn, our ability to kind of network with each other, our ability to have relationships with our customers. These are all human things. There is no magical technology. Everybody will have the same technology over time. Today, there are tablets in India, there are tablets there. There's smartphones here, smartphones there. It's the same no matter where you go. What's important is the human being and the team of human beings that want to come together to create a great successful enterprise. Okay, so it's all about people, and I know that in India we've got more people than anywhere in the world. So we've got to be the most successful. Okay, so with that, let's get questions from all of you.
Thanks, Mr. Raj. Inviting you here, one of the goals was this also. You've seen the energy in them. They are like other human beings, they are highly energetic, but
Yes.
they are not focused. That is my worry as well. The youngsters have a goal of just getting to Nirma so that they can get Infosys and TCS, which we know as a computer engineer, I also know that they will get, in 2 years they'll be fed up with their life after even they get multinationals. So most of you are having very limited vision that they don't try for getting into this. Even though Gujarat is known for entrepreneurship, but hardly any of them are interested because their visions are extremely limited. If I get a person like you in my university, I will never allow you to leave my university. But I have seen them talking also, and that's what I can understand, that the visions are very much limited. So what are the facts you would like to tell them so that they will plan something bigger or magical in their life, and they just not waste their energy behind some of the things? Because that's a tradition in Gujarat, but it is diminishing, definitely because the youngsters are not focused.
Well, I think that, entrepreneurship and what I've taught is actually very important, because no matter whether you work for a small company, your own company, or you work in a big company, everybody, the biggest companies are looking for entrepreneurial employees, right? In fact, the word that they have for entrepreneurship inside a big company is called intrapreneurship. The people that finally become the vice presidents and become the kind of general managers are the most entrepreneurial corporate employees. They are the ones that become the leaders. And the reason is because the skills that I've talked about, adaptability, interpersonal relationship, networking, creativeness, ability to focus, all of these are what's leadership skills. And these entrepreneurial skills that you're going to learn when you think about everything from an entrepreneurial nature is going to be tremendously helpful in your corporate career. And one day, I can tell you that all of you will feel very passionate about something. I don't know when that day will come. Maybe it will come tomorrow. Maybe for me it came almost 12 years after I started working. For other people, it might be even later. But everybody at some point feels, I really want to do this thing. And when that comes, with the ability to do entrepreneurship, to take that idea and build a company around it, now you're going to get the true rewards of your idea. Otherwise, there'll be another idea that'll come and it'll go, and and you got no results from it, and you wonder, at an older age, what did I really achieve in life? What did I leave behind as a so what I do is, I brought 8 different successful entrepreneurs to my class. And at the end of the course, I said, all of these entrepreneurs worked very hard. They failed many businesses before they became successful. For 10 years they were failures, then they became successful. And I said, asked the class, did you see anybody who was unhappy about their life? Did you see anybody that regretted having gone down the entrepreneurship approach? What you find is that entrepreneurs end up having, in a sense, the best life because they do what they're passionate about, and then finally they become successful. When they become successful, the rewards are uncomparable. You cannot compare the kind of financial return that you get if you're a successful entrepreneur to the biggest corporate job, right? So I would say that entrepreneurship is something that it's like an amazing. I never got the chance to learn entrepreneurship when I was at IIT, and right now I think I would have been an entrepreneur much quicker if I'd had the kind of entrepreneurial education that Nirma is offering and planning to offer, or IIT Gandhinagar is offering. So in a sense, you're giving them the keys to having a great, successful corporate career or a personal entrepreneurial career in your education, right?
So very well said. I will of course give mic to them, but unfortunately the engineers generally believe that entrepreneurship is a course of management and does not require that. And that's what now we are introducing a compulsory course on entrepreneurship from the July, and of course for not the students but the freshers now, so that they will understand the importance of that. Because anyone, suppose I never studied entrepreneurship, now I'm managing an institute of technology where 100 crore is the budget. Nobody taught me in IITs and nowhere else. And so for even for them after Infosys of 3 years, if they want to progress, these skills are mandatory.
These are their personal life skills.
Yeah. So maybe any questions?
Yeah, go ahead.
Zoom out कर
Hello. Good evening, sir. Sir, regarding your second startup, you admitted that you did not have a lot of technical knowledge about Java and stuff. So, what made you take the decision of going ahead with it, did you have that insecurity that probably people that you'll be employing will know more about the product technically than you would know?
Yeah, very, very good question. So one of the things that you have to realize is that, there are bright technical people coming out all the time, and the world of technology is moving so fast that there's no way that you will always be able to know all the technical stuff. At some point, all technical people move into management because they learn not the specific technology, but they learn how to manage technology and how to manage the business built on technology. So basically, I did not need to be the expert on Java or artificial intelligence or anything, but what I needed to understand was, do I have the best team in the world doing Java? Do I have the best engineers, and are they working with each other in a productive way executing Java projects? And what I did need to know about Java is, what is the benefit that Java will communicate to the customer? It's going to give him portability. You can go from one computer system to the next. It's going to give him speed, because Java was a very fast thing. It's going to give speed of development, because it's an interpretive language. So I need to know the benefits rather than actually the coding, right? As long as I know that I have the best engineers who can do agile Java development. Yes?
Sir, I really appreciate you sharing all the 3 fields you worked in, but I didn't understand just one thing. When you had one company which is which is having a budget of $4 million, so which really pushed you forward to move to other field when you were already succeeding and you could expand the same business? Well, you had Intel and other people competing with you. You could have just gone the top above Intel also. So why did you change the field, and what was the reason behind it?
Okay. So basically, what happens in industry is that, everybody's skill set of running a business, takes them only to a certain level. There are some people who can grow a company from 0 to $1 million. Other people can grow it to $100 million. Other people can grow it to $1 billion. So unlike a lot of the older family-run companies that we have in India, which are the business model that everybody is familiar in India, like the Tatas, the Birlas, the Mafatlals, now Reliance, etc., where these are family-run businesses. In a global market where there is severe competition, you have to get the best person to do the job depending on the life cycle of the company. So in my particular case, I'm an entrepreneur. So I think about how to go ahead and get ideas and create businesses around them. And I'm really good at that, right? Because I've done 25 years of it. I know how to compete, etc. I know how to build products. I know how to do things. But I'm not interested, excited, or have the capability to grow a company, beyond say $50 or $100 million to $1 billion. I need some Harvard MBAs. I need some IIM MBAs. I need some, other kinds of people with different personalities. So, we bring them in and let them be the CEO. So if you look at Sintel, Bharat Desai started it. He owns 80% of the company. But 3 years ago, after he found that the company was stagnating, he brought in another CEO, Prashant Ranade, who has now grown the company so well over the last 3 years that Bharat's net worth has gone up 300% in 3 years. So as somebody who's a CEO or managing director, your objective is to always find the best person to do a job, including your own. We are not trying to create a family-run company. We are trying to create a successful business, right?
Good evening, sir.
Yeah.
Well, it's a similar question actually. I was just wondering, why would people want to set up their own ventures? Because, for example, when we start a company from scratch, it's basically a pet project, right? So, like I noticed that you've been in 3 startups. So, what makes people sell their own? I mean, give up their own company and go for something else? Is it the lure of money, or is it something like you have a quest for something greater?
Very, very good question. So, what you're pointing out is the difference between a family-run company and a professionally run entrepreneurial company. So there's a big difference between the two. In a family-run company, you're doing it so that it takes care of that family's goals for security, safety, and controlled way of getting cash flow and so on. When you're building an entrepreneurial company, you're taking something called risk capital, which means you get professional investors whose job is who also believe in your vision, your capability to build a business, and give you money without going ahead and interfering with the way you're running the company. So it's called risk capital that they put in. They don't ask you for a lien on your house. They don't ask you to say, okay, give me your house as collateral and all your family property is collateral just so that I give you 5 crore rupees. They say, I'm giving you 5 crore rupees so that I'll get 30% of your company, and let us both put our best effort to make it successful and become a 300 crore business, right? So basically, in an entrepreneurial environment, we are looking at getting risk capital. And the advantage of risk capital is that